Happy Monday, everybody! I hope you all had a good and restful weekend. What we are going to start today is a fencing project, and this project is not going to be due until Wednesday. It's going to involve everything you've learned about the distance formula, as well as the midpoint formula. And it says here, fencing project. You want to put a large fence around your property. There are two companies that you have found to do the work. They each give you a quote for how much the work will cost. The boundary of your yard is determined by 5 trees. The lines connecting them forms the edge of your property. Your property also has 5 gates, one located between each tree. The positions of the trees relative to your house are contained in the third slide. So what you're going to do, using the Google drawing, place your the origin 0, 0. See example, and we'll go to the example momentarily. To mark the position of each tree on your land, let each block of graph paper represent a 10-yard by 10-yard square. After graphing the trees, connect them. Use the distance formula to find the length of each side of your property. Use the midpoint formula to plot the location of each of the gates. Compute the cost and determine which company is best. So here's the locations of your trees relative to your house, and these are written directionally as north, south, east, and west, which we'll go over that right now. So here's an example of what the finished project would look like. I've included this since online I'm not there to answer questions the way I would be in a classroom. But here's what your finished project would look like. So here's your compass, north, south, east, and west of them, and it corresponds to your coordinate plane. What I want you to take special notice of is quadrants 2, 3, and 4. Now, each of these numbers, the positive or negative symbol corresponds to what they would be in those particular quadrants. So in quadrant number 1, I've got the positive, positive. And then in quadrant number 2, I've got the negative, positive. Down here in quadrant number 3, I've got the negative, negative. And then over here in quadrant 4, I've got positive, negative. So it's very important that you make sure when you write your coordinates on your sketch that they do indeed match what they normally would on your coordinate. Because if you don't, you're going to end up getting some really wild answers, which will cause you to get very frustrated and upset and have tears in math. If you don't want any frustration or upset or tears in math, save your tears for ELA, social studies, or science, but we don't want tears in math. So when you come over to your Google drawing, all right, here is your origin 0, 0. So in the instructions, I said to place your house at 0, 0. So what you're going to do is come here to insert, go down to image, and press search the web, and come over here and type in the word house. And when you type in the word house, it's going to bring up various different houses that you can choose. So what I want you to do is just find a house that represents the type of a house you would like to have on your property. I'm just going to select this one. And then I select in. Now it's going to obviously do this. So you just grab a corner or any other way you know and shrink it down. And as best you can, center your house at your origin, 0, 0. Okay? So there's your house. Now, as far as plotting your trees, okay, remember each of the trees are in relation to your house or to the origin. So your first tree was 100, 0 or 100 yards east. So you would start here at your origin. Okay? You would start at your origin here, and we would count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 50 yards, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right there would be 100 yards east. All right, so what I'm going to do again is come up to Insert, Image, search the web, and I'm going to go ahead and type tree. And just select any tree that I want. And we notice the tree does the same thing, so I just need to shrink it down. And there's my tree. Okay. So the instructions also say that you're going to draw a line for each tree and that you also need to include your ordered pair solution. All right, so what you're going to do for your ordered pair is simply, you can come up here and select text box, and that will give you a text box, and you might need to adjust it a little bit, like this one came out really large for some reason. So we'll just move our text box here, and in the text box I'm going to type 100, 0. And that's my ordered pair for that first tree, 100, 0. Then it says you're going to draw a line to your next tree. So to draw a line, I just come over, select line, and there's many different line options. You can use any of them that you would like. And I just simply would draw a line to my next tree, which I know is going to be somewhere up here. All right. And then you would go ahead and plot your next tree. So once you finish all of that, that's part 1. Then you go here to this part called Fencing Project, Math 1, and you're going to do the calculations. So you're going to use the distance formula to find the distance between the trees. Then you're going to use those distances to find your perimeter. Then you're going to use the point formula to find the location of gate 1, gate 2, gate 3, and gate 4. And add those gates to your drawing. And then you're also going to have a 5th gate called the south gate, where you're going to add another gate as well. And then once you finish all of that, you have the cost analysis to do, which is going to require you to draw back on what you already know about linear functions. So like I said at the very beginning of this, you have 3 days to do this. There is a schedule on Google Classroom that I would suggest you follow. You can do this entire project in 1 day, or you can follow the schedule that I've given you for the next 3 days. When you're doing your drawing here, be as creative as you like with it. With your trees, you can add a swimming pool, you can add a swing set, you can add cows grazing in the pasture, you can add a pond, but this, be creative with it, and I might even give you some extra credit for your nature. Okay, so if you have any questions with this, please message to Google Classroom and I will help you with them. And I look forward to seeing your work. Thank you all for being a wonderful class up through the month of April. I really appreciate your hard work and your dedication and the positive attitude that you have been during this time of online learning, and look forward to this final month and everything that we will finish up. So thank you all for everything that you do. So that's all I've got for you. Have fun with this. Goodbye.